Good morning, afternoon, or evening, Cross Church family, whatever time of day you're watching this devotional. My name is Zach Kordic. I'm the youth pastor here at the Cross Church. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, good day. I'm glad that you decided to join us today. Working in youth ministry and then also having a 1-year-old myself, I do a lot of thinking about the next generation, about the future. I consider a lot the effect that my actions have on my family and on my ministry and on the students under my care. I once heard a line that stuck with me quite a bit, and that line was, "Our children pay for our mistakes." I think there's some truth to that, but I think the heart behind that saying is that whatever we build, whatever we construct with our time and our energy and our resources is what we will pass on to the next generation. So if we construct and build lives of sin, then we pass on generational curses. We pass on struggles to our children. We pass on struggles to the next generation. But if we take the time and the energy and the effort and the discipline to build something beautiful, to build something magnificent, then our children can inherit that. I think that's one of the things that I love most about our church is we have built a community that is welcoming, that is warm, that is friendly, that is intergenerational. Obviously, it warms my heart to see so many youth in our congregation, but we have people from all walks of life. We have seniors, we have people who are empty nesters, we have those who are raising teenagers, we have young families, we have people without children, and then, of course, we have teenagers and young children and infants. We have got all ages. And I think that something I love about our church is we have built a place where, regardless of your age, regardless of where you come from, you are welcome. This theme of building is something that's been on my heart quite a bit as we roll into 2025. I was on the phone with my mom a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling her about a game night that we had planned with some friends. And I originally thought that there were only going to be like 3 or 4 people at our house, but it turned out we had about 16 or 17 people here. And I take that for granted, I think. And my mom sort of paused when we were on the phone, and she was like, you should be very grateful that that is something that you have, that you have built a circle of friends who have so much in common with you when it comes to their faith. And I never thought about that. I'm a very extroverted person. I talk to a lot of people. I meet a lot of people. I go to lunch with a lot of people. And so I'm just so used to being around people that I take having community for granted. But of course, I can't chalk it all up to myself, right? Other people have to pitch in too. Community takes more than just one person working for that thing to be built. And so my encouragement to you today is to find a way to connect and build with the community around you, because what you build is what you give to your children, and that is often what they will give to their children, and so on and so forth. It can be very, very easy to set up generational curses. It can be very, very easy to give in to cycles of sin and defeat. But we are told in the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. This is from the New Living Translation. "And you are living stones that God is building into his spiritual temple. What's more, you are his holy priests. Through the mediation of Jesus Christ, you offer spiritual sacrifices that please God." We are the construct. We are the stones in the temple that God is building. And we should be willing to submit and to do difficult things and to go out of our way to spend time with each other and love each other. And that doesn't even have to be, a particularly deep conversation. Of course, those are important, but just going to lunch with somebody, having people over to your house for dinner, taking the time out of your Sunday morning to speak to somebody you don't know, those things all go a long way. This is something I talk about a lot with my wife, and I talk about a lot with Daniel, but I think our church is building something that will outlast all of us. but that often requires going outside of our comfort zones and being willing to be used by God in ways that make us uncomfortable, whether we're introverted or extroverted. So, that is my thought for you this week. How can you build the community that God has given to you? How can you be a living stone and submit yourself to His will and continue the work that He has given to us? I love you. Have a great week.